Hello and a very warm welcome to Bharata First. I'm frankrausanpereira. This is FRP Explains. A study in the Journal of General Psychology that was published just a few days ago has come up with some startling revelations. It has made some findings that will make your stomach churn. It's horrifying to know that fellow humans are even making such searches on Google. They are trying to find some answers to some very horrifying questions. The study also shows a spike in searches related to suicide and suicidal thoughts. That tells us what a bad mental state of mind we are in, or a mental frame of mind that we are in. Recently, a doctor at Max Hospital who was working in the ICU committed suicide because he just could not take it anymore. The reason that he gave was that he saw 6 or 7 bodies being taken out of the ICU every day, and he just did not have it in him to live life anymore. That was how much he was moved and how stressed he was. That is the case with several other doctors around the world as well, and we have to provide a support system for them to try and come out of this mental state of mind. So here are some of the phrases that were searched on Google in the United States. How to control your woman and how to hit a woman so no one knows. These were each Googled 165 million times, or 16.5 crore times. Help me, he won't leave was Googled 1.2 billion times. And here's the most horrific one. I'm going to kill her when she gets home. This was searched 178 million times during the pandemic. He beats me up all the time. This phrase was searched 320 billion times in 2020. Well, the situation is not very different in India either. We've seen that during the lockdown, the number of domestic violence cases went up by more than 100%. Men who stayed back at home felt that their social status had come down because they had no jobs and no way to earn a living, and hence they took out their frustration on the women at home as well as the children to show that they are superior or to feel like they were in control. So it's not just the lives that are being lost as a result of the pandemic, but it is also driving people crazy and driving people to do some really nasty things. How do we change that? I think the onus is on self-help groups, social groups as well. As a society, we need to stand up and try and provide some kind of relief to these people when we know that they are mentally stressed. First thing being, they should start talking about it so that more people know about it, and we have to encourage people to talk about it. There's nothing wrong if you have some kind of a mental stress or if you go into depression. Try and speak to somebody so that someone who is near and dear to you can help you when you're going through this. You don't have to go through this alone. I think the government also needs to set up some kind of counseling centers and some kind of professional help so that more people can get it, because in India we've seen that counseling has not been taken to very easily. It's looked at like a social stigma. So we can have more counseling centers so that more people can approach them and they can start speaking about their problems. We need a better grievance redressal mechanism so that women who are violated can go out and actually complain and can talk about their situation so that they don't have to go through this day in and day out at home. One of the biggest problems in India is the fact that most of these crimes are never reported. This needs to change. If this doesn't change, then the women will continue to suffer. And it is our job, of course, the governments need to do their bit, but as a society, it is also our job to try and get this message out and to get more and more people to talk about this and also help those who are in need. With that, I'll call it a wrap on this edition of FRP Explains. But if you like this content, please like the video, subscribe and hit the bell icon. You can also spread the word about Bharata First so that more people know about it. And if you like this content and you want to keep this content alive, there are UPI IDs here. Please come forward and contribute, because a small step that you take is a giant leap for us here at Bharata First. See you again next time.